Hello and welcome to another Murders at Karlov Manor draft. I am Paul Cheon and we're ready to head in. We're trying to go for rank 1 here. That's kind of the goal. And going in, we are goal 4. We're still goal 4. In the last one, things didn't go so well. Not all of them can be hits, and we ended up going 2 and 3. So we're kind of treading even territory here. But hopefully we can turn things around with this rare maybe. When Illicit Masquerade enters the battlefield, put an imposter counter on each creature you control. When a creature you control with an imposter counter on it dies, exile it. Return up to one other target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting. That is an interesting card. I don't know if it's a good card. There's World Soul's Rage. Deals X damage to any target. Put the X land cards from your hand and or graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Okay, there's Repulsive Mutation. Put X+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Then counter up to one target spell unless its controller pays mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. That looks really powerful. So I'm going to try this card. So this is like, let's just say you pay 4 mana to put 2 counters on a creature and it's a counter spell. So it's a combat trick plus counter spell. I also really like Tunnel Tipster out of this pack, but I want to take Repulsive Mutation and see where this goes. One thing that I've been really interested in, mostly because the power level of the uncommons and the rares in this set seem to be so high relative to a lot of the commons, right? Look at these commons. We're looking at a Ravenous Rat's Effect, a Gearbane Orangutan, a Riftburst Hellion. These are all just replaceable level cards, whereas the uncommon cards are all phenomenal. The best common in this pack is Dogwalker and Insight Source, but what I really wanted to try was kind of drafting a 4 or 5 color green deck. Just because you take the right mana fixing, and then you just try to draft all the powerful cards. And in this pack, the most powerful card, not close, is Buried in the Garden. This card is incredible. This is a removal spell and an acceleration spell all in one. Super happy to take Buried in the Garden in my deck. And now we're already setting up nicely. Our curve is a little bit on the higher side, but we have Buried in the Garden plus Repulsive Mutation. Let's see how this goes. I'm really excited because I've wanted to draft a 4 or 5 color control deck if possible. Taking a look at this pack, we have some mediocre white cards. Harry Jonesmith is okay if you're looking to be really aggressive. It just makes a 1/1 Hasty Thopter that attacks every turn, but then you can sacrifice it. You have to sacrifice it at the end of your turn. It's good if you have a lot of ways to sacrifice artifacts, but otherwise it's a little underwhelming. I think I'm going to try to do something a little bit different this time. We're experimenting here. We're still in gold. We're still learning the format. I'm going to take the Escape Tunnel here and just try to make sure that my mana is good. And I'm going to take this. We're going to be a base green deck trying to splash a lot of different colors. All the uncommons and rares, for example. Taking a look at this pack, we have Sample Collector, which is a card that I've liked. It's just a 3 mana 2/3. There's just a lot of ways to collect evidence and put counters on things, and there's payoffs for collecting evidence. What does Quintorius do? Spirits you control get +1/+0. I don't think there's a lot of spirits. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. That looks really interesting. There's a Fairy Snoop, which is a decent value card, and there's also a Topiary Panther, which is a great land cycler, but I kind of want to take this Quintorius here. If we're maybe green-white base, we can splash this because this works really well with collect evidence, right? Anytime you collect evidence, you make a 3/2 token. That seems like it gets you a lot of value. So I'm going to try to take this here over the Sample Collector and the Topiary Panther. Okay, so we're starting out green, white, red, blue. No problem. No problem. What do we have here? Push, destroy target tapped creature. So this is a control deck, right? And in a control deck, you do want to make sure you have some removal. Flotsam seems okay, but not that impressive. There's another Escape Tunnel, but I already have the one. I think I'm going to take Push here. We're probably going to be green-white, a green-white base, maybe. But look, even on white or black mana, this is just a nice, efficient way to kill things. And then in the late game, maybe you can just kill your opponent out of nowhere. So I'm going to take the Push here over Slice from the Shadows and Escape Tunnel. Oh, this is looking great. Is this a Niv Mizzet deck? Can we open Niv Mizzet? I saw Sam Black draft the sweetest 5-color Niv Mizzet deck, and this is what kind of inspired me to do this. There's a Tunnel Tipster, which is I'm a really, really big fan of. It's just a 2-mana accelerant. There's not a lot of premium 2-drops in this format, so I'm kind of interested in that. Public Thoroughfare. When a DTB, sack it unless you tap an untapped artifact or land you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Ooh. Actually, I think I need to take this. If I want to draft all the different colors, as much as I like the Tipster, I think it's more important to take cards like the Public Thoroughfare and Escape Tunnel just to make sure that your mana works. So let's go ahead and take that. And moving on to this pack, none of these cards are cards that I'm really interested in. Nothing is really good for a control deck. Out Cold is more of a tempo card for aggressive decks. It does stun. It does buy me time and investigate. So I think it's the best of the options here. So I guess I'll just take it, although I don't think I'm going to be wanting to play a card like Out Cold in most of my decks. Now we have a pack where No More Lies is good if you're specifically blue-white, but if not, it's not really the type of card that you want to play on the splash. So for me, it's do I want Basilica Stalker or Crowd Control Warden? And I don't know how many creatures I'm going to have, but if we're going to be green-white based, I guess the Crowd Control Warden is probably a little bit better than the Basilica Stalker. We don't have any black cards just yet. And now we have a pack with, what does Pick Your Poison do? Doesn't seem good enough. Case of the Gorgon's Kiss is also something I don't really want. I'll take a Shady Informant, but this one seems a little bit harder to cast relative to the other cards. I guess I'll just keep it here for now, just to see where things go. Here, I'll take a Slice from the Shadows as just a removal spell to play. And I hope we can get some more fixing. But right now, we're just taking all the cards in all the different colors and hope that things work out the way that we want. This is an experimental draft. Absolving Lamassu, 5 mana, 4/3, ETBs. All suspected creatures are no longer suspected, okay. And when it dies, I gain 3 life, and I can suspect up to 1 target creature. So it's a 5 mana, 4/3 flyer, and when it dies, I gain 3 life. It seems playable. Not absurd or anything, but it seems reasonably playable. This doesn't seem like a Neighborhood Guardian deck or a Hunted Bonebrute deck. These are both kind of aggressively slanted cards. So I'm looking for removal spells and fixing for the most part. What else do we have here? I like Cold Case Cracker. This is just an excellent value card. It's a 4 mana 3/3 flyer, which is already fine to play. And then when it dies, I just investigate. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and take that out of this pack as we continue to try to figure out our mana. We'll be fine. Treacherous Greed. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sack a creature that dealt damage this turn. That's not going to happen that often for us. Draw 3 cards, and you drain your opponent for 3. Wow. That seems pretty nice, but not exactly the type of card we want here. What are we right now? We're kind of maybe we're a blue-green base, perhaps? Curious Inquiry is a really nice card. A quick creature gets +1/+1, and whenever this creature deals damage, you investigate 1. There is a Tunnel Tipster. I think if I'm going to be green-based, I'm just going to take the Tipster here for some ramp. I do like the Gear Drake. I do like the Curious Inquiry, especially if I'm a blue-white or blue-red deck, but let's take the Tipster here and just keep trying to cut the green cards if we can. Now we have Forensic Gadgeteer. When you cast an artifact spell, investigate. We have no artifact spells, so I don't think this is something that I want, even though it's a rare. It's not really for us. There's Burden of Proof, which is not that great, and all the commons here kind of stink. There's an Inside Source, which can be good, but now it looks like we're possibly leaning towards being more blue-green, maybe splash white. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to just take the Thundering Falls. I think Scrylands are going to be great, and this is going to be fixing us for both blue and red. I don't know that it works with the Escape Tunnels, though. And now we have a pack with Shock, which is just a good, cheap, efficient removal spell. But on the red splash, maybe it's not so great. You want Shock. Shock is great because it's a card that you can cast early. I think I'm just going to take another land here. Lush Portico seems great in this deck. And we want all the mana fixing that we can take because I don't think we're going to be short in playables because we're going to be taking all the best cards in every pack. Here, there's Agency Outfitter. I'm not a big fan of this card. I'm looking again at Repulsive Mutation. This does require me to have a creature in play. And another Push-Pull. There's an Undercity Sewers, but I'm kind of looking at this Push-Pull. Or do I just want to take this? I don't have as many cheap creatures, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Sewers here. And we have all the lands. Now we're just going to go ahead and take probably a random morph creature out of this pack. And the question is, would I rather have Undercover Crocodile or the Rift Burst Hellion? I think in general, you just want to go with the cheaper option. So let's go ahead and take the Crocodile. Although there is a Dramatic Accusation, and that's just another removal spell if I'm going to be blue-based. Maybe I just take that instead. Again, there is not going to be a shortage of us getting playables because we can just take all the morphs. So here, I'm going to take the Public Thoroughfare. We are pretty high on tap lands, so I think we're reaching kind of the point where we really shouldn't be taking too many moving forward. Take a Sanguine Savior here. It's got lifelink, could be good. And then now we're going to be taking, I suppose, a Suspicious Detonation, but it doesn't look like it's going to be great here. And now we'll just take the Crocodile. One of many random morphs that we can play. Now, I really do want to find some ways to remove cards from my graveyard, but we haven't seen too many just yet. But we have some decent interaction. We have double Dramatic Accusation, Push-Pull, Buried in the Garden, and Slice from the Shadows as removal spells. And then we have a bunch of morphs with the Tipster. I could have taken a second mutation, but because this is looking like a deck that's going to have a lot of removal spells, this won't always be great. So I like having the one, but I don't know if I'm a fan of having the second one necessarily. Here I'll take, I guess, this. I don't think this Interrogators is very good. So I'm going to just take this Mind Rot effect, although I probably don't want to play that either. What does Agency Coroner do? Sack another creature, draw a card. If the sacrificed creature was suspected, draw 2 cards instead. Probably don't want that card. And then now we're going to put the Out Cold in the sideboard as well. So we're looking at a deck with 13 playables right now, and I'm just assuming our mana works. I have faith, and I'm just going to keep taking the best card out of each pack. This pack has a Long Goodbye, which is just a really good removal spell. I do value it higher than Murder, because not only is it a 2-mana way, it's a way to trade up on mana, but it's easier to cast. But what does Teysa do? At the beginning of the investigate for each opponent who lost life this turn. It's a 3-mana 2/3 Death Touch. Whenever clue you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield. Okay, yeah, no, this card's ridiculous. It's a 3-mana 2/3 Death Touch, and then whenever I sack a clue, I get a 1/1 flyer. Yeah, I'm in for that. I'm in for Vannifar. I'm in for Vannifar. Vannifar is also busted. I like the Greenbelt Radical is fine. The Panther is okay. But Vannifar is absolutely incredible. It's a 4-mana 3/4. It pumps all your morphs. If you don't have a morph, you can turn one of your cards into a morph. It's just an amazing rate creature that I'm happy putting into my deck. What do we have here? Sudden Setback is pretty nice. There's a Murder here, but I don't know that we'll have double black to cast Murder. I'm gonna take Mentor of the Meek. This card can be good. We're going to have a lot of morphs in our deck. So I think Mentor of the Meek goes really nicely with a lot of the morphs that we're going to be looking to play. And it's just a way to get card advantage. So yeah, I'll take the Mentor of the Meek out of this pack. And Reenact the Crime. This is probably too hard to cast. I'm assuming it's like a mind control effect. Exile target non-land card in a graveyard that was put there and you would just turn copy it. You may cast the copy. Okay, no, I don't want that card. Not really interested in Curious Inquiry. We could take another Sanguine Savior. It's another. Now it looks like we're going to be possibly leaning back into a green-white deck, splashing black and blue and red and white. Sorry, we are white. So I'll take the Savior as just another nice lifelink creature. I really do want to find some mana fixing if we can get it. Case of the Uneaten Feast. It's not going to happen in the Cheon household, I'll tell you that much. You gain 5 or more life this turn. Not interested in that. Pompous Gadabout. Hexproof as long as it's your turn. Nope, don't care about that. I'm going to take this Ether Snipe card. It's a 6-mana 4/4. It bounces a creature. Let me read it again. If I control the creature, I get to investigate, so that's pretty good. And then moving on here, there's Assassin's Trophy. This is just an unconditional removal effect, which is nice. Call a Surprise Witness is something I don't really care about. Flourishing Bloomkin, I'm not going to have enough forests. Do I want Assassin's Trophy here? I think so. It's an unconditional removal spell. It does get my opponent a land, but it just kills anything. So I think I want that. And here I'm going to take a Tunnel Tipster just to get another ramp creature into my deck. We're kind of lacking on 2s, so happy to pick up another Tunnel Tipster. I'll actually take the one on the right here. Not that it matters. And now we're going to take a Sanguine Savior. So I will say this. There's a lot of green fixing cards in the set, and none of them tabled. So perhaps somebody else was also trying to do this. I'm curious to see if our mana is actually going to work out for something like this. I'm very, very curious. Probably not going to play that combat trick. Reasonable Doubt doesn't seem great. None of these cards... Case of the Trampled Garden is good if you're aggressive. Reasonable Doubt, I think on the splash is probably not what I want. I don't know. I don't really... None of those cards matter. I'll take another Morph here. And then we'll... Curious Inquiry this late. I feel like this card's pretty good, no? Alright. Well, this deck building should be interesting. I don't know that we got enough fixing to make everything work, but we will certainly try. Okay, so this is what we have laid out in front of us. Shout out to Han Clinto in my first video for telling me how to separate the creatures from my spells. Let's move, I don't know, Repulsive Mutation over to the 4 mana slot. Let's go push here, Slice from the Shadows, maybe 3. And then we'll put all of our morphs here. And then... I don't think Quintorius is actually going to be good. I don't have a way to exile... Wait. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, I just don't have any evidence cards. Should I have been on the lookout for more evidence cards? But it doesn't look like we got there on that. So... I mean, it makes it nice because we don't have to splash red. We don't have to play any red cards, so I think maybe we just take this out. And then we just try to figure out some other cards to add to our deck. Okay, so this is kind of where I've landed. Deciding not to play the red. And we're looking at 13 creatures here. I think Auspicious Arrival is still going to be a reasonable combat trick. I mean, the fact that it investigates just really kind of puts it over the top to make it actually somewhat playable. This is probably what I'm going to go with. Actually, I'm probably going to cut the case, and I think I'd rather just have an extra body. Okay, we'll go with this, add some lands, and call it a day. Okay, what do we have? Well, we have Public Thoroughfare, which is basically just the best card in our deck, because it taps for any color. Anytime we draw this, we're going to be very happy. We have the Lush Portico, which is nice. It allows us to surveil. And then we have the Tipster here, so happy about all of these things. I do want to keep that one. Just the removal spell. Hey, they play their own Tipster. Let's go ahead and follow their Tipster with ours. And next turn we can play the Public Thoroughfare. I can tap an artifact or a land, so I'll just tap my land. Ooh, Loxodon Eavesdropper. Okay, so it's a 3/3. I can't play Ditesa just yet. I can use the push to kill Tunnel Tipster, and I'm wondering if that's worth it. This thing doesn't have Vigilance, right? This is a sorcery, so it's not the most powerful thing I can do. I definitely want to play this. Let's tap an island. And then do we want to kill Tunnel Tipster? We do have 2 extra removal spells in our hand. So yeah, let's just slow them down a little bit here. The next turn we can go Teysa, which is going to be very, very good. I have yet to draft this card. It seems reasonable. Okay, so they're also trying to play lots of colors. And they're going to bash us for 4. So we couldn't push the Eavesdropper this turn anyways. But we should be able to clear the way for Teysa to attack, right? At the beginning, I say investigate for each... Ooh, that's actually even better. So now what we can do is play and this is a better use of our mana anyways. We play the Cold Case Cracker now because it's got flying. Then we use the Teysa. We cast the Teysa afterwards. So this works really, really well with evasion. And the nice part about Teysa is once you get that spirit going, you're always going to have a flyer, right? Which makes it a lot easier to just trigger this every single turn, which is awesome. No blocks. No blocks. We have no fear. Teysa Opulent Oligarch is here. Pick your poison? Okay. Never mind. Well, we can still play Teysa. They have a lot of mana available, though. They have a lot of mana available, so I just feel like my Teysa's maybe gonna die. But then the question is, what do I play? I don't really want to bounce the Eavesdropper. I guess I just play this land. Attack. Yeah, I guess we just attack and play Teysa afterwards. And hope they don't kill it. All right. Sadness. Sadness. They had the Lightning Helix there. So we were not. Wow, our opponent just had the perfect combination of double removal to stop. I thought we were such a favorite there to be able to get some value with that Teysa, but we were not. Oh, what am I doing? I could have made a 1/1. Oh my gosh. I already have a clue in play. All right. These are all the mistakes that I'm going to make as we're continuing to play this. That's totally my bad. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Yeah, I had a clue in play. I totally should have a 1/1 flyer in play. That one is on me, folks. That one is 100,000% on me. So what do I do here? I can just play this to bounce their Market Watch Phantom and just have a 4/4 in play. There's nothing really worth bouncing on my side. All right, let's just go ahead and do that. I feel like they might have another removal spell, and I'm going to play the tunnel here. I know I have the Vannifar, but I still think I want the mana from the escape tunnel. And what color am I getting? Kind of have everything. Black, I guess? No, white. Maybe white. All my black cards only cost 1 black, and I have this already. Okay. Sure. All right, let's just put that in front. Tolsimir, okay. That is a bomb. It's phenomenal. I guess I'll get... do I get... Actually, maybe I get black. Maybe I do get black. And the reason why I say I get black is maybe I can use double removal spells here. But I would really like to use the Vannifar here to cloak something, but all my cards are really good. So I think we're kind of in a spot where I use Dramatic Accusation on the Wolf token and then probably Slice from the Shadows the Tolsimir and save the other Dramatic Accusation for another big creature. So let's put that there. Let's slice you for 2. And then let's attack. They're on Market Watch Phantom, and we have Vannifar. Now, any land we draw, we can just turn that into into a cloaked creature. Assassin's Trophy, though. Do I want to cloak that? Do I want to... I mean, maybe I cloak the Dramatic Accusation. The thing is, if I make a cloaked creature, that also pumps up the Tunnel Tipster. So let's tap accordingly. Blue-green. Let's tap like this. At this point, their mana doesn't matter. So I'm going to just actually cloak a card from my hand, and I'm going to cloak this. Because the Assassin's Trophy kills anything. No attacks. End of turn, and then the tipster gets bigger. The next turn, I can just start pumping this too. Think I want to do that. That's okay. We're at 10. This is totally fine. I wonder what else they have, though. Is it more removal? Ooh, this card is amazing. At the beginning of combat, cloak a card from your hand or put a +1/+1 counter on each colorless creature. So what I'm going to do is just face down the Crowd Control Warden. I can't face it up this turn, but this allows me to put a counter on it, along with this face down card too. So put a +1/+1 counter on each colorless creature I control, and let's attack. And then our Tunnel Tipster grows as well. This thing does a lot of work, I'm telling you. Tunnel Tipster, it's very, very good. All right, so they're going to target this. Is there any reason to not just trophy it now? Okay, we'll do that. Okay, one in the air. That's fine. All right. Hey, Assassin's Trophy doing some work for us. You get your land, but we get to get in for a gigantic attack here. So now we can flip this up, and it's going to be a 5/5 plus 4? So 9/9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, this is just a lot of damage. Oh, and the Lamasu too. All right, so let's just go ahead and put a +1/+1 counter on everything. And then let's attack. And if they don't block this, they're just dead, I think. Okay. Well, given that they blocked, we don't need to unmorph it. And then let's just go ahead and play this large flyer. All right, things are looking great here unless they're playing a sweeper. If they have the rare Wrath, I guess they get us. But if they don't, this is looking great. And Vanifar doing some serious work here. There's only so many rares you can fight through. We had the Teysa, the trophy was really good here. Now we have a giant flyer and just a big army in play. All right, they got their face down card. Don't think it's going to matter. Unless it's an unmorph that kills my whole board. Let's go ahead and just add more counters. Let's attack with everything. I mean, aren't they just dead on board? I don't even need to unmorph this. Okay, we'll just pass priority. We got to... They had Tolsimir in there? What is this? Okay. I mean, we don't have any other moves anyways. Take a bazillion. Take a bazillion. All right. 1-0. Good start. Good start. Even beat Tolsimir. And we ranked up. Gold 3. Okay. All right. What are we looking at here? I have 3 colors of mana and a slice from the shadows. I suppose this is playable. I definitely don't want to just Assassin's Trophy something this early. If they play a morph, we can't kill it with Slice from the Shadows. I think I'm just going to go ahead and fire that off now. Okay. What was it? Ooh, Gadget Technician. That's a good one to kill. Crime Novelist. Okay. Let's go ahead and just tap this one down. Just kill everything. That's the plan. We just kill everything. Okay, that one. That one we don't need to kill. We have a Cold Case Cracker. If they kill this, then, I mean, we still get to investigate, so it's not too bad. Yeah, Cold Case Cracker is really nice. Is it the best blue common? Probably. All right, so they get to get in for 2, I guess. They get to rummage. This is also just a really nice creature on rate. It's a 2-mana 2/3 when it attacks. Really nice. Crooked Crook. Well, we certainly want to kill that. Let's just... You know what we don't want to see? A Hotshot Investigators from our opponent. We got these white cards, but there's just no way I can complain about not drawing my mana. Because, I mean, look at our deck. Ooh, White Source. That's good. I will draw here in case I just draw planes. Then I might just want to play Mentor the Meek. We didn't. So we'll do this. And we just kind of want more lands. Do we want that? I think so. I just want lands. We are taking 5 this turn, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Oh, they like their hand. Isn't this a May? Or... Okay, well... You may sack an artifact, okay? Do they want to sack their automaton? Sure. Hey, that's just less things attacking us, to be fair. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and kill... So what are we playing next turn? We can play a 5-drop. Yeah, I think I just need to kill this. It's too big of a tempo swing if they remove my blocker and attack me with the Benthic Criminologists. So we'll give them the mana here. And we can play a Lamassu or a Crowd Control Warden. I'm going to play the Lamassu. It still blocks the Detective, and when it dies, I gain life. And then let's play the Sewers. We'll keep that at this point. It's just a fine card to play. And then the Mentor of the Meek can also start drawing us cards. Okay, so this is interesting. This does tell me that they have some kind of trick. So I'm going to take it here and then keep up Repulsive Mutation. That's what I'm going to try to do at least. Although it's probably best to just run out Hotshot Investigators, honestly. But this, I feel like they have the +3/+0, +3/+0 investigate combat trick, probably. Okay, what do I do here? So a 5/5 body still loses to this. This got stunned. So this is probably just a turn where I need to stabilize. So I'm going to play the Investigators and bounce the Detective here. Because they've already signaled to us that they have the +3/+0 first strike card. So we're just going to take all the damage here. And then we're going to untap. And then hopefully... Yeah, that's fine. Keep up Repulsive Mutation, and it's good. I mean, Repulsive Mutation is going to be quite good here. So, we keep up all the mana. We can Repulsive Mutation for 1, If we do it for 1, they have to pay 5, which they might be able to do. But I kind of want to have another creature in play. The question is, do we want Mentor of the Meek in play? All right. We'll play Mentor of the Meek, then we'll just pass. I mean, we have a lot of really large creatures in play, so... The Investigators can go here. Lamasu can go here. Mentor of the Meek can go here. We take 1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely didn't want to play this tap land. Okay, well, this is definite. Oh, it can't be countered. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, so we can't save that one then. Okay. Well, I gained 3 life. Suspect up to 1 creature. I do not want to do that. But I mean, do they even have a good attack here? I guess they have an attack with the flyer. That's not too bad. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's draw a card. And do we just tap out here? If I play Tunnel Tipster, that's another 2/2 in play. And it gives me a lot more mana to work with. And they have a lot of lands in play already. Alright, let's just play it out. Alright, we are vulnerable this turn. But we're at 8 life. As long as we just don't... As long as we make sure that the Mentor of the Meek is not in trouble, we're probably going to be okay. They only have 1 artifact, so that's okay. Yeah. What do they do? All right. So let's go ahead and make... We're at... Okay. So this blocks here. This blocks here. Which one do I want more? The Crocodile for the Tipster? Funnily enough, I think I want the Tipster more. So let's put this here. Let's put this here. All right. Player pump spell. Yep. We saw that one coming. Not much to be done, though. All right. The tipster will continue to grow. The only problem is just these flyers, and I don't have an immediate answer to them right now. I do not. Although Teysa definitely helps, but we're taking 3 in the air next turn. Do I have any way to gain life? This makes a flyer if I can sneak damage in. Will they block with the Gadget Tactician, though? I mean, I don't know that I have a choice. Okay. Green, black, white. Okay. And do I want to draw a card? Probably. Okay. And then we can play... We will get a clue here. Then we can sack it and still keep up Repulsive Mutation for 2. It's not the biggest mutation in the world. Whenever clue you control is put to graveyard, this triggers only once each turn. Okay. Alright, so they're going to be able to turn their clues into 4/4 flyers too. Oof. Alright. We'll take 2. Right, they've solved their cases. Oh. Didn't even realize I can do that. Okay. All right. Oh, that's really interesting, by the way. I can play a Sanguine Savior and put a bunch of counters on it. Will that be good enough? Huh. I think if I attack, they trade with the Thopter. Wow, what a game here. Let's play this. Do I want to trade with the Thopter? Probably not. Yeah, I don't have a good attack here. Okay. So now I can just play this face up. There's no reason to play it face down. And then we want to be able to turn it into a 5-powered creature. 5 toughness creature, right? So we need to actually decline here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, decline. All right. All right, they're making 4/4 birds. The thing is, though, we just have to hope they miss, right? Because we have Repulsive Mutation here. We have Repulsive Mutation here for 5 on our Sanguine Savior. We're at 4. We chump a 4/4, we block the other one, and I think we're good. Okay. So 100% blocking here. The question is, can we get away with just trading with the Thopter here? Because if we trade with the Thopter, this is going to put us to 6. If we trade with the Thopter, we're going to gain 6 this turn. So that's going to counteract this. And so we're going to stay at 4, kill this, and then we get to gain our life back. I think I want to do that. I think this is pretty cool. Oh, what? I didn't know you could sack. I thought it was taps. I thought clues were tap sack. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing, folks. Oh. Oh. Oh, we set it up so perfectly until the end. Oh no. Why did I think clues were tap sack? Yeah. Okay. So what I should have done there was chump the 4/4, block the other 4/4. Or no. I mean, I think eating a 4/4 is still probably good, but I block the other 4/4, and then we attack, and then we get another chump blocker. Oh my gosh. That was an absolute disaster. Okay. We learned now. And look, it's day 2 that the set's been out, and I know clues have been around for a while, but just in my mind, I never have active animated clues attacking me, so I just didn't really think about it. So certainly a mistake on my part, but we'll just shake it off and know that we won't make that mistake again. Oh god, I thought we were doing something so cool there too. Darn. Okay. This hand is not the most exciting. Would like to draw some morphs. Mentor of the Meek seems awesome in this set. So really great addition. But need to find some ways to trigger it here. Looks like our opponent's stuck on just green mana. Well, no, I think they're mono green. They fetched a forest, didn't they? And then they played a land. No. Okay. Okay. That's kind of odd. I would have thought they would have gotten a plains. Okay. So, Tunnel Tipster is a good draw. Although we're going to take a lot of damage. But we do have this Lammasu, so I believe. And I shouldn't have played the land because I have so many tap lands. Okay. Also, it's not crazy to just like block with the Mentor. Well, no, it's pretty crazy. Let's be real. Okay. So this is a lot of action. Okay, so that's a black source. Do I want to play Lammasu or Vigilante? So the nice thing about Vigilante is that I can turn my Mentor of the Meek into a 3/3, which allows me to block the Gardener as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And this is the big turn. I think if we can survive this turn, we can potentially stabilize, because I can play another creature next turn and keep up Auspicious Arrival / Assassin's Trophy. Okay. Well, they got that, which is not too bad. We do have the trophy to kill this when we need. Not something that we care about right now. We drew Vanifar, but no blue sources. So I think this is simply just an... we'll play the Absolving Lammasu. This is like a really weird way to tap, but my 1/1's never blocking anyways. And this gives us Auspicious Arrival plus Assassin's Trophy available. Definitely not attacking. But this Sumala Sentry, I almost want to kill. It seems really good here. But I also really want my Mentor of the Meek, because if I get Mentor of the Meek, draw a blue source, and then play Vanifar, every time I cloak something, I get to pay 1 and draw a card. And our deck has a lot of removal. But Assassin's Trophy is the only way to kill an enchantment, so... Okay, return another... Ooh, look at that value! And that gets a counter, and this is a 3/3, okay? I hope they get somewhat aggressive here, and then I hope I can blow them out with the Auspicious Arrival. Okay. They don't really have an attack. And that's a blue source for the Vanifar, but it's delayed, so I'm going to have to wait a turn for that. And we do not want to attack. We're chilling. We have Auspicious Arrival plus Assassin's Trophy in hand. Let's just hope this turn doesn't go too wild. This Sumala Sentry is kind of a problem. But I'm hoping Vannifar also becomes kind of a problem, and we're also going to be able to draw lots of cards. So this is going to be a nice back and forth. We'll just have to see what type of attack they choose to make this turn. They have one face down card still left, so the Sumala Sentry can threaten to be a 4/6. They have so many morphs. And if the games go long, I mean, these morphs are great with this Sentry that's in play. But they still don't have a good attack. And yeah, now we're going to go ahead and kill the binding. Get our mentor back. And start drawing some cards with this Vannifar. That's exciting. They have 4 cards in hand and a face down card. All right, Vannifar. Oh, it also pumps our Tunnel Tipster, which is what does this do? Wait, hold on. Unyielding Gatekeeper. When an Unyielding Gatekeeper is turned face up, exile another target non-land permanent. If you controlled it, return it to the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, its controller creates it. This card is amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow. So it just kills a thing and turns it into a detective? And it's just a 2-mana 3/2? Wow, okay. Fair. Let me think. Is it time to attack with the Lamassu? They're basically tapped out. But I do want this to do something. I want the Vannifar to do something. I can always cloak the Sanguine Savior. And then I can flip it up later. Cloak. No, let's cloak the planes. Oh, I'm so happy that worked. Okay. I'm really happy we got that Sentry off the battlefield, because this game looks like it's going to go a while. Oh, 4 mana, 4/4. Death Touch Haste Ward, sure. Has the Vigilante is definitely going to step in front of that one. What? Okay. Well. Has the... maybe we just take this 4 then. We'll worry about that later. Let's figure out the best possible blocks here. Do I need to keep my Vannifar safe? If I can help it, that's what I'd like to do. Let's put this here. Let's put this here, I guess. And put this here. Yep. Oh my gosh. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I mean, we're at 2. And we lost all our creatures. But outside from that, it wasn't too bad. Does it have trample? Okay, it's just Death Touch Haste. Just. Definitely keeping the Lamassu back now. Definitely keeping the Lamassu back. Cold Casecracker seems pretty good here. And then we will play this face down, and then play another thing face down. Okay. Actually, maybe it's better to just put a counter on this. Let's see. This goes here. This goes here. No. Let's just make another. Yeah. All right. We're at 2 life. 2 life on the verge of stabilizing here against a green-white, somewhat aggressive strategy. Let's go block here. This blocks here. And then this blocks here. Doesn't have trample. That's good. Just a 5/5. Just. All right, we get a clue and we get to gain some life. So that's good. And then we have the Sanguine Savior, which we can put a counter on and then use the lifelink. But wait, did you have a bite spell here too? Wait, what's going on? Oh, they're targeting things in their graveyard. What can this be? Is this the return a thing from the graveyard into play? Oh, that just made a 3/3. Okay. That's not a huge deal. Let's crack this clue. Okay, Dramatic Accusation is great because that allows us to tap down the Vengeful Creeper. And then I'm going to hold full control here. I want to put a counter on my Sanguine Savior. Oh, wait, no, I can actually give this lifelink too, right? Let me think. Is it better to put a counter here, or do I just want to disguise? Yeah, maybe I just disguise, actually. And then we will attack. Then place this up. Auto tap. Give this lifelink. My creature has flying. All right, so we gain 5. We go to 10, and then we have a 2/2, which is just a land, which we can trade with the Unyielding Gatekeeper. Oh no, we can't. Oops. This thing gives flying. All right, we're just still learning here, folks. We're still learning. Oh man, all these face down cards are always so scary. I guess we're just cloaking all our lands. Let's hope this isn't a flying creature. Of course it is. All right. Not going so hot anymore. Okay, it locks it on Eavesdropper. And cracking some clues. Okay. Yeah, we take 7 in the air. This is going to be tough now. Yeah, I was really going to lean heavily on Mentor of the Meek to draw me out of this, and now I just don't think this isn't going to be enough. But we will definitely try. So we can go play this face down. Then we'll give all of our face down creatures +1/+1. Put a +1/+1 on each colorless creature you control. So the Eavesdropper cannot be a 4/4 here. So that's good. But let's see. It can be a 4/4 next turn. I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to be attacking here. So if I attack with everything, that's an attack for 9. They go down to 8. I can give something lifelink immediately, and I go to 5. Then my morph can then block the phantom. And then I'd go up to 8, and I go down to 1. All right, well, I want to put myself in a position to win here, so... Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, let's turn this face up. Sure. I should have targeted one of my morphs. All right. If they kill my Sanguine Savior, I'm dead, but this is the best we got. Yep. We at least put ourselves in a position here, I think. I think that was our best hope. But the case of the expected Gateway Express got us. All right. GG's. GG's. We have an uphill battle to climb here, folks. I do like our deck, but we have an uphill battle to climb. Well, this is kind of the risk when you take all the tap lands. I'm going to keep it and hope I don't get run over. Guess we'll play this because we have the mole. Do we want the slice? Sure. We're going to be kind of a step behind the entire way, but let's play this. Do we want that? Sure. We have 2 more lands. Everything is just slow, but we can kill everything. Yeah, next turn I'm probably just casting a Sanguine Savior here. 3 mana, 2/1 flying lifelink. Let's get him. Helps a ton in racing situations. Okay. Yep, we're killing that one. Ooh, I need to collect evidence 4 though. To target this. Okay. So that's actually kind of tough. So I won't be able to kill that. Oh wait, I can slice from the shadows it for 4 at some point. That's cool. Okay. We'll just keep playing out our lifelinkers. And what land do we want to get? Probably forest. We have double blue. We have our black. All right. Let's go get forest. We can also just we can kill this Axebane Ferox. Do we want to kill the Axebane Ferox or just play a Crowd Control Warden? It is a 6/6. But if they kill it, we take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. We go to 2. Oh, we'll be at 6, I guess. Feels like it's a lot more manageable to race if we slice from the shadows this. And then just try to race them from that angle. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it can't be countered. They are getting in for a lot this turn, I will say. We do have Dramatic Accusation if they flip this up to try to get in for more damage. Okay, Griffin Tracker. An untapped land here would be great. What about a tap land? All right, well, I'm still going to use it. Wow, these Sanguine Saviors are doing a lot of work. It's making it so that we can just race whatever they're doing. Right? We just lock down their flyers and we just get them. I mean, and they're still not flipping up their morph. Yeah, we're tapping that one down too. Let's go Sanguine Savior. All the way. That's all we need. Just all the removal and a pair of Sanguine Saviors. We have Auspicious Arrival for the final 2 points of damage here if we want with the Saviors. If they don't have another flyer. Yeah, we're taking all of this. Sample Collector. And okay. I mean, this thing is monstrous. It's just, the question is, do we just go for it? And what happens if we don't go for it, right? That's the other thing. The other option is to play the Vigilante or the Lamassu. I feel like if they... Look, the way I look at it is they would have killed my flyers previously. What is this? Okay. When it enters battlefield, untap enchanted creature. It gains hexproof. Oh, I can just kill this, right? All right, now they're dead. Whew! I saw it. I saw the line. Boom. Okay, Sanguine Savior. Look at you. Just casual 3-mana 2/1 flying lifelinker. I don't care. It's really hard to race. I mean, that's a 4-point life swing every time that thing connects. So, okay, I'm going first. I will keep this hand. I will fetch a forest here with Tunnel Tipster, and hopefully we can find a few more mana sources to get Mentor the Meek going. Let's get the forest now. Oh. Okay, so if I play Tunnel Tipster... I mean, I guess there's the most upside playing Tunnel Tipster. I can also play the public... Yeah, let's just play Tunnel Tipster. It's just, this makes things just super awkward. Because I can play Mentor the Meek, but then I can't... Yeah. I think I need to play my land. And I'm not going to attack. I don't want destroy target tapped creature to happen to me. Because next turn we can just go Vanifar and play something. Or... So many options. I mean, Vannifar seems like the best option here. Yeah, it's got to be Vannifar. Cloak a card from your hand. I will cloak. They're all good. Let's cloak the Sanguine Savior. And no attacks. And the Tunnel Tipster will continue to grow. So next turn, we can go Mentor of the Meek. I mean, they probably kill Vannifar here. Oh, they don't? Okay, well, they're in really big trouble. So yeah, we just run out Mentor of the Meek. And then we will cloak the Vigilante. Then we will pay 1 to draw a card. And we will choose not to attack. And we will win with the card advantage that we generate here. Just playing a Morph every turn on their side is just going to be so much worse. Now I can flip this up and attack, but I think I want to just keep generating card advantage. So why don't we cloak Sanguine Saviors? Oh my gosh, this is wild. All right, let's play a land. Why don't we cloak on why don't we disguise another card? Oh, we are truly doing it here, folks. We are truly doing it. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, we'll draw a card. Ooh, Assassin's Trophy. That makes things kind of interesting. Let's put a counter on each colorless thing now and start attacking. Although this doesn't set up, if they double block, it doesn't really set up great trades for us, but we're just trying to clear the board and we just have so much stuff in play anyways. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Yeah. We're just drawing so many cards, it doesn't matter. I'm going to just play this just to get more power in play. And we'll keep that on top. And we're going to... We have a 5/5 Tunnel Tipster. Okay. What? What just happened? Destroy all creatures. If evidence was collected... Is it... Oh my gosh! We drew so many cards! Deadly Cover-Up? Wow. There are multiple sweepers in this set. That was ridiculous. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, let's just play a 4/4 and rebuild. Wow. We were in such a commanding position. The thing is, every time I was playing something, I was drawing a card. I guess maybe I didn't need to play that mole. But I mean, if they sweep, what does that mole do for me post-combat anyways? I could have maybe tried to create clue tokens. Oh my god. How brutal is that? How brutal is that? Alright, let's try to find some more action. Wow. That was impressive. Okay. Well, we still have a 4/4 and then a 4/3 flyer on top. But if they're just all removal spells, then, you know, it'll be an uphill battle for sure. We were doing the thing. We were doing the thing. All right. How do they know about the Assassin's Trophy? Oh, deadly cover-up, sure. Wow. I think we're going to lose this game. Unless we can draw out of it somehow. I want to save Dramatic Accusation for the Curious Cadaver. What a crazy way to lose. All right. Perimeter Enforcer. Okay. Face down card. Okay. Let's kill the 4/5. Dramatic Accusation is really nice against the Cadaver just because it can shuffle it back in. Okay. So we take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to play the Cadaver. We might not. Wait, why didn't they play that? Ooh! Does that do something? Hold on. Pull. Put up to 2 target creature cards from a single graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. They gain haste. We can do that and kill a Cadaver. Okay. I have flyers, right? Pull. Your graveyard. Let's target the Hotshot Investigators and the Crocodile. Oh my gosh. What a draw. What a draw. I thought we were dead. Oh my gosh. Push pull. Push pull for the win. Push pull for the win. Okay. Still alive. Still alive. I will say this draft is just a roller coaster of emotions. There was a game we may have actually won had we known what our cards did. And then that one was really close too. So that Wrath. There's multiple Wraths. So you got to be careful about that. There's a black Wrath, there's a white Wrath, there's a blue-red sweeper. And it's one of those things where, let's say you're super far ahead of your opponent, then maybe you don't have to play creature number 6 onto the empty board. Little things like that. Let's find a land here. It's a land, I'm keeping it. Turn 2 Tunnel Tipster, turn 3 Cold Case Cracker is a very, very nice start. And this Dramatic Accusation has kind of been overperforming. I think typically cards like this cost 1 blue. I really love the fact that they made it cost 2 in a blue. Because it's just weaker than most other removal effects. So I really like that they did that. It makes it so that it's a splashable removal spell too. Okay. Ooh, they want to pedal to the metal here. Play fast. Oh, hello. That's a good one. I kind of need a murder here. Or that card. All right. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. I can just keep both my creatures back and leave this as an unmorph. It forces them to have another removal spell, and then I can keep this back. Alternatively, I mean, this is 7 damage? Is it crazy just to try to race them? But if they kill this, and I take 7, I go to 4, and then I kill this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I can use 2 removal spells next turn. Well, let's see what we're drawing. Don't want that. I mean, I can also just kill Person of Interests. Maybe that's what I want to do. Kind of hedges. Yeah, let's do that. Because this is, if they don't block next turn, it's still a lethal attack, and I take less damage, right? And Dramatic Accusations will kill anything anyways, so I'd rather use the more expensive removal spell on that turn. Take it from there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Leering Onlooker is quite good. 1, 2. Oh god, we're like a mana short of doing what we want. I really want to tap this down. I mean, this is 6 damage. Yeah, let's tap it down. Do we keep things back? Well, the thing is they can kill my stuff. Kind of aggressive. Problem is all their creatures I can't block anyways. So that's the rough part. But I don't know how we're supposed to come back from this now. I guess if we find another removal spell. So that's a face down card. They're attacking me. Okay, what can we draw? Something good? The Lamassu. That is not enough, sadly. Oh, all suspected creatures are no longer suspected. Wow. Okay, so if they don't have anything... Whoa, we tapped too much. If they don't have anything, we still have a chance here. And maybe they don't know that line of text. But they still have 1 card in hand. I mean, we're still probably in trouble here. But not 100% dead, right? I thought we were dead on board. But a Rakdos deck is very scary. Obviously, any interactive spell and we die. Putting the Lamassu here, putting the cold case cracker on the juggler, hoping for the best. Oh, they're highlighting my cards, though. They probably want to kill my cold case cracker if they do have a removal spell. Interesting. Okay. They murdered my Lammasu? Why wouldn't they murder my cold case cracker? Am I not dead? Oh, I was at 3. Okay. Man, this is tough. I don't think Mentor is going to get me out of this. All right. Well, I think we're probably dead. They did draw the cards off of this. They had a solid deck. Rakdos aggro looks really scary. They just have all removal and a bunch of good uncommons. And, yep, we're going to do that. And then we're going to investigate and hope to just draw the most epic card. Can you imagine if we drew the that gold card again? The 2 cards from the graveyard? That would be awesome. Maybe we can draw a removal spell here to not die. Okay. All right, we need that spell that gives haste to 2 things. We might have a chance. We have 2 flyers in the graveyard. But that's it. Okay, we're at 2. My turn. Ah! Not quite. Not quite. All right. Well, okay. So that's GG. Good game, opponent. We play a thing, and then we're going to take attacks from here, and we're going to die. So that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Sadly, we went 3-3. Had we played better, we did go up a tier. We went up to gold tier 3. Had we played a little bit better, we might have been able to go a little bit further, but we're still kind of in that process where we're learning a lot of things. Today, I learned that clues don't need to be tapped to draw a card. That was the big misstep. And then there was also a turn where with Teysa, they killed my Teysa, but obviously I had a clue in play. I should have just sacked the clue to make a 1/1. So that was that. So this was the deck. What did we learn? Well, I think the green-based strategy is still very viable. I think, sadly, green was not open. We didn't get any of the fixing. We didn't, outside of these that we took super highly, we didn't see any of the green cards that helped you with the fixing. And I think that made it a little more difficult. But I still liked the mix of cards that we had. Vannifar just continues to just be totally ridiculous. You definitely should try to splash for this card. This card is just 4 mana, 3/4, make a 2/2. And then make another 2/2, and then pump your team. It just kind of does it all. And also this, where'd it go? Push-pull did some work. Push, you can use it early, and then in the late game, I think part of what makes this card even better than it would be in other sets is the existence of all these ginormous disguise cards, right? Oftentimes your disguise creatures are trading early, and then you just have 6 drops in your graveyard just sitting there, and at any point, if it's a relatively even board, you cast pull, right? And you put a hotshot investigators or an undercover crocodile or anything like that back into play. That puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. And you can just win games out of nowhere. So I have a lot more respect for this uncommon in my deck. But this deck was a lot of fun. And this deck was definitely me forcing an archetype to see what happens if I really try to force it. I think the correct way to draft is, of course, keep yourself open, read the signals, and kind of do something that way. But because of the existence of all these really powerful gold cards, I was thinking, well, maybe I can just force it and see how far we can go. And how far we went for this one was a 3-3 record. Maybe I'll try to be a little more flexible next time around, but still early on, still trying to try out a lot of different archetypes and see what works and see what doesn't. That's what the first week is really for. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. I'll catch you tomorrow.